for 2 years, and now I am a student at ISI BMath, and then I want to pursue BMath from here, and
So
then
when
I
did you
will come.
start? So you started in class 11 at Cheenta, is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah. I started at class 11th.
Oh, class 11. Oh, okay. That's a long time. 2 years. Okay. Anyway, uh, so so yeah, I was asking that where would you like to go from, like here? Like, what's the? Do you have a particular goal in mind or something like that?
Yeah. So actually, I want to pursue research work in data science. So yeah, after
Oh,
completing my bachelor's, then I am planning to do my master's in uh, applied computer science and data science or something like that.
wow, that is very nice. In fact, we have many people working in the domains of artificial intelligence and machine learning and stuff like that. Uh, One of the faculty members at Cheenta, Shornab Bhomik, he works in that field very closely. It is so. Like, do you plan to do? Since you say you plan to do research, like, do you want to go into the direction of a PhD or something like that going forward? Or Trabu, can you hear me? Hello. I think he's frozen or what? Maybe he can't hear me. Okay. Hello, Anand. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can.
Yeah, okay. So tell me a bit about yourself. I'll come back to Aritravu later.
Sure. About as in like, uh,
So you're joining which one, ISI or CMI? Which one are you joining?
ISI Bangalore. So
You're
for
joining ISI
BMAT.
Bangalore. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And so you're
Um,
already in ISI right now, or what's going on there?
as in I'm in Bangalore right now.
Oh,
I've
you're in
so I've gone admitted to the I've got the hostel room and everything. But today will be I'll be moving in today to
Oh,
the
okay.
room.
Today is a
So
moving.
currently I'm at a hotel room. Uh,
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Great.
you know.
So where are you from? Like, where did you live? Where is your home?
Um, I mean, I've been living in Goa actually. For
You have
That's
been
where
living in.
my studies have been from. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I've been to Goa once. It was quite nice, actually.
Oh, nice.
And anyway, yeah. So, yeah, what are your plans going forward? Like,
Um, so far, I mean, of course, things will change as throughout the course of going through BMAT. Then perhaps I'll maybe have a bit of a better idea in second or third years as to probably where I want to go. But for now, um just I'm like pursuing a career, pursuing research in maths, just be maths. And then um in the future I would be either taking math, or I would what I really want to be taking like a master's in CMI for maths and computing,
oh,
since
that's
both
quite.
in either mathematics or computer science, uh, or preferably some sort of intersection of both.
Yeah, so we have one uh, very good person for this. We have Audito, you know Anirban?
Anirban Majumdar.
Sorry.
Yeah, Anirban Wajubdar. Yeah. So Anirban actually did exactly what you were suggesting, Anand.
Hmm.
I mean, he was a student at Cheenta at some point, and then he went on to do bachelor's in CMI and master's in CMI in the
Ah.
intersection of computer science and mathematics. And then
Hmm.
he went on to do PhD in theoretical computer science in École Lausanne in France. And then
Oh,
he went
nice.
on to do postdoc in machine learning. So
Ah.
it is actually very handy if you talk to such people who have already done that.
Hmm.
And I hope you'll be staying in the we at Chinta we actually create such alumni meetups
Oh.
where you can meet people from the industry and the academia, because you don't need to
Hmm.
stay in academia, you can also go to industry and do
Hmm.
research there, right? It is industrial research as
Yeah.
well. So maybe you can take advantage of that as well. I mean, it will give you a
Of
better
course.
idea of what is going to happen. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you like
That's
computer
one.
science?
Yeah. Actually, it's both mathematics and computer science are both quite dear to me.
Wow, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, Divya Jyoti, let me go to you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear.
Okay, yeah. Tell me a bit about yourself.
Yeah. Hi,
Take
I'm
care.
Dibyajyoti, and I joined Cheenta last year for I.S.I C.M.I program, and
Uh-huh.
uh, I am particularly interested in combinatorics and number theory,
Oh, okay.
these two branches. And I am joining BMath ISI Bangalore this year.
Yeah, it seems you told me a little while earlier that you were already in the room. Is that right? In the hostel room?
Yes,
Or
yes, yes. This is the hostel room.
that's pretty nice. I think um, so. You like combinatorics and number theory. There is a lot of work going on in both of these fields, like going forward. And
Yes.
so you want to get into research in future, or what's going on there?
Yeah. As of now, I do not know much about the research career and the industry career. For these 3 years, I will explore what my interests are and what are the available options there. As of now, there is a branch called cryptology and security at ISI.
Yeah.
That one has most to deal with number theory and number theory especially. Uh,
Right.
as far as I know. So as of now, I am planning to do that after BMath,
Wow, that's fantastic. Very
or
nice.
maybe research in combinatorics or anything. Actually, I'll explore these 3 years to know what my interests are and what are the career opportunities I have. That's
Very nice. Very, very nice. So one of the reasons we do this meetups is there are like a couple of reasons. Orithro sir is here, who was your main coach for the last year, I believe, and and we would like to hear from him as well. But I really want to know from the students about their preparation strategy and everything, because this is something that other kids are really interested in. Because
Hmm.
where you guys are now, hundreds of other kids are trying to be there, and they want to know how and how would you prepare and stuff like that. So I want a brief comment from each of you so that you can help other kids who are interested to do the same thing that you have done. um, Let me start with Oritravo. So Oritravo, could you tell me about your preparation? Like, how did you prepare for ISI study math entrances?
Okay, sir. So if I want to start, like I'm beginning from the very start point of my journey. So at first, I didn't know about much of the stuff like number theory or combinatorics. So as the class started, I came to know about those things and everything. And then I got a mentor as my like one as my personal mentor, Abhimanyu sir. I think he's not now with Chinta, but Abhimanyu sir actually taught me the very basics of functional equations and number theory and also real analysis. So that was one of my best classes. And then in class 12, we got Orithro sir with us. And Orithro sir was really, really like like a god to us. Like he taught us everything. He always used to motivate us with everything, and he was like very much dedicated to us. Like is it seemed to be like he gave much more effort than us, like for our selection. So we just followed whatever he said and whatever he taught to us. He always shared tips and every other things that what we should do, and even before exam on what we should focus. He took regular tests, and we did everything of that, and I guess that was enough for the selection. Like we got a complete guide from our mentor, and that was enough for the selection.
That's fantastic to hear, Aritra. Did you follow any particular book for this?
Yeah, so for the preparations, like the elementary number theory by David M. Burton. For
Uh-huh.
combinatorics, I didn't follow that much. I only followed excursion. And for algebra, there was problem solving strategies by Arthur Angel. And for some questions in real analysis and for some practice questions, auditors have suggested us Putnam and beyond. Yeah, Putnam and beyond. So I followed that during the end of our session.
Yeah, that's really nice because Orithro, in fact, this year is trying this or the Putnam problems. Is that happening, Orithro? Like, are you asking Shomabhu to do that?
Yeah, means often what happened that ISI or CMI actually copy problems from Putnam. So
Yeah.
even if they don't, if you won't copy, then but still solving Putnam problem actually give a different level of confidence. At least when I solve and when such a level problem gets solved, we had a confidence that okay, I can solve this type problem. So I managed to solve this thing. So it is very important to solve those level. I particularly think so, and that's it. Means at least not very typical Putnam problem, like there are group theory, like very difficult linear algebra and all, but I particularly think avoid those, be very selective, but do something, means don't avoid the thing, because if they copy the problem then it's very good. If even won't copy that, at least that boost up the confidence level of a student, that okay, I have solved this level problem in the class, I have a that maturity to solve that one. So I believe so.
Like
Yeah.
I would like to say that I was really a bit fearful about geometry, but after solving those Putnam problems and some geometry problem from IMO, I really got the confidence and I solved the question number 3 in our UGB paper completely, and even the question number 4. So yeah, that really helps. That really helps actually.
Yeah. So those of you who are viewing this, Putnam problems can be really helpful. Of course, you have to disregard the college level Putnam problems, like as Orithro sir mentioned, from group theory or linear algebra, but but you can do the remaining stuff, which is pretty cool. What about you, Anant? Tell me a bit about your preparation.
Well, okay, well, to begin with, I joined Chinta initially in around eighth or ninth, eighth I think, for Olympiad level training. And what I found was that the training that, or the learning that I got for that style, so for learning for Olympiad level problems, or that sort of training really helped when it came to solving or approaching um, problems for ISI and CMI. Even if later we'd have to learn calculus and stuff which is not taught in Olympiad training,
Right.
the approach or the mindset really that was developed as a result of that training really helped to get closer, to get more efficient in being able to solve the problems. In terms of preparation, it was, I mean, Aritra sir's notes were amazing. I'll have to say that it really helped, especially for calculus, especially for real analysis, that they were indispensable, really, for the preparation of ISI CMI. As well, a lot of the books I refer to were actually were like the were ones that I had come across for Olympiad training. So it was pre-college mathematics and principles and techniques in combinatorics were my main ones which I use for combinatorics and for like geometry and wave number theory. And but otherwise it was a lot of just problem solving. I especially like tomato,
Mhm.
which is the full question bank. Just solving lots of like past paper questions and just solving a lot of those type of level of questions really just helped develop the feel and the practice for um, later approaching problems in the exam.
Fantastic. So I have a question. Like, this is something that is asked by many students. So, what if we stuck? What if we get stuck with a problem? Suppose we are trying a problem and we can't do it.
And
What
you get stuck. Um,
what did you do?
Usually, I mean, I would really my main suggestion would be to just keep thinking on it, or if if it's really something that you're not familiar with, then maybe you can look up or you can read up on resources um, for that particular topic. But otherwise, if it's an approach that you're not able to get, then it's merely a form of experimenting. If at this is of course assuming that you are solving either casually or at home and not doing an exam, which is why I'd recommend solving just keep solving problems and keep uh, getting the hang of solving these kind of problems, so that when in the exam when you have that time limit, you don't feel that pressure, you don't feel that, oh, I only have so much time and I can't get through it. Then
Right.
you'll just develop the thinking, the way to get the way to find the path to the answer. So
Yeah. Yeah.
beforehand, if you're getting stuck in a problem or something, usually my main advice would just keep thinking on it. While maybe you can look away from it, take a break, but always have it at the back of your mind while you're doing other things. And you know, suddenly just a thought will come up, some idea will come. Then then you try, and that's really the joy of solving problems. That that spark, um, that sudden flash of inspiration that gets you to solve
Yeah.
something really elegantly or really well.
That's fantastic, Anand. I mean, you have put it very nicely. And this is something that is very hard to communicate to someone who is just starting out in this journey, because uh, many students who were just starting out, they feel that if they're stuck with a problem, then the then what then the world has come to an end. I mean, but it is really not, and there is really only one thing you can do, and you can just keep on thinking, jotting down little things, and redrawing the diagram if it's a geometry problem or something. Keep on,
Yeah,
keep
especially
on.
for geometry, if you can get just an accurate visualization for what's happening,
Right,
then you can look at it and derive. Okay, I think maybe this will be the case. I think maybe this will be the case. This looks like this might be a right angle. This looks like it might bisect. Can I prove that?
right, right.
And then following on from there.
Outstanding. I'll go to Divya Jyoti. Divya Jyoti, can you tell me a bit about your experience with the preparation and your advice for the students?
Yes, sure, sir. Um, Actually, should I start with my Olympiad preparation or only the ISI
Yeah, yeah,
CMI?
sure, sure. Whatever you think is relevant. Like Anant told, Olympiad preparation was relevant, so you can talk about that as well. That's fine.
Okay, okay. From my, I guess from my eighth grade or ninth grade, I started preparing for Olympiads. The primary stage I have qualified for PRMO, and later it became IOQM. I have written also in Mo, and preparing for them is also a very good booster for these types of institutes like ISI and CMI entrance. So later I realized that it helped me a lot. And um, last year I joined Cheenta and I attended classes, and the teachers here are excellent. I mean, the way they will teach you, the style of their teaching is excellent, and the material provided you is also of very good quality. So you should solve them, even if you are not able to solve 100%. Uh, you could always ask them what is your doubt, and in that way I proceed, and uh, that's all. And
Did
after
you use
interview is
like did you use any
what?
specific book? Did you use any
Yeah.
specific book for ISI CMI entrances?
Yes. Actually, I have a bad habit of collecting books and not doing all. I mean, a book
We all
completely.
have that
So I
habit.
collect. Yeah.
We all have that habit. Yeah.
So, but I have completed. First of all, the tomato book is a must. The
Yeah, okay.
tomato book. Then, according to your strong zone and the question asked from which topic, you should strategize that. Actually, at the start of my preparation, I have talked to Aritra sir about this, that I am good at number theory and combinatorics. I don't like geometry much, and calculus is okay. So he suggested me do geometry. Geometry should be your priority, because in ISI or CMI, geometry questions are bound to come. So and then number theory, even if you are strong in this, but it is not guaranteed that you will solve that in the uh, CMI at least. And there he told me you should focus on geometry and combinatorics. Combinatorics is my one of my strong, and book in combinatorics. I followed the introductory combinatorics, some of these chapters by Richard Rodley. And for geometry, I use only the Pathfinder senior version by Vikas Gupta sir.
Okay.
Pathfinder for Olympiads, and that's all I think. And there is another book. Okay, I forgot the name. For combinators, that is a very good one. Related way. I mean, Richard Broadley is also a very good book. I followed that, and just enjoy the process of learning. You will, the ISI CMI entrance, it will come to your hand. Just enjoy learning, and I also did the same. In that case, even if you are not selected, because the seats here are very limited, so even if you're not selected, you should not feel regret after that. At least you have enjoyed something. You love maths. You'll um, anyway you will do good in life in mathematics. After, yeah, that's my advice to all
That
the
is
younger
such
students.
a nice moment actually, because even if you are not selected, the mathematics that you have learned will stay with you, right?
Yes.
So no one can take away that. So I will ask Koritru sir to give some final comments, but before I do that, I just wanted to tell you guys, Divya Jyoti, Oritrabo, Anand, that of course you are in some of the best places for mathematical sciences in India now, and I wish all of you a great success. If you are planning for research at an American university or a European university going forward, let's say 3 to 5 years from now, you should start planning from, I mean, today, let's say. The reason I'm saying this is that, as Anant rightly pointed out, or Divya Jyoti pointed out, remember, many of your journey actually started when you were in grade 8, 9, right? For this, for ISI CMI entrances, where you were preparing for Olympiads. You were not thinking about ISI CMI entrances, maybe, but you were preparing for Olympiads. It took 4 or 5 years to get to the place where you are. Some of you, not all of you, some of you did it in a couple of years, but it helps if you are doing, if you at least have a mindset of where you are going. Okay, so Chinta will conduct a sort of a seminar on how to do research outside India, and what resources Chinta has to help you. At the moment, I have a little prize for all of you. there are like three components of it. One of it is, of course, we will send you a little book, which I think you will enjoy. So I think Orithro, you can give your addresses, current addresses to Orithro sir. All three of you are in ISI Bangalore, so I think that is easy. You just tell the room number, I think. So we just share it with Orithro sir. And the second thing is that Cheenta has excellent research project programs, and that can be very useful if you are planning to go abroad for PhD or something like that. And if you have a published paper or something like that before you go there, it makes your admission possibilities much higher. So if you would like to do research projects, we will make it completely free for you, and you can just join it. It's a little gift from our end. If you would not now, you just settle in for a couple of months in ISI or wherever you are, like CMI. But after that, if you would like to join our research programs, you can do it completely for free, and we will waive the tuition. And we just want you to do good work. It also adds to our reputation if we can get something published from here. That's our end, but we also want you to succeed. That's the second thing. And and another thing is that if you are planning to go to Europe or US for PhD going forward, then another thing you might need is work experience. That adds a great value to your resume. You have to think practically about it. The kind of people, Americans or Europeans or any big university, let's say Chinese universities, are looking for is someone who has done research, who has done work, who has taught, stuff like that. So Chinta can also help you with that, those kind of opportunities. Okay, so think about us as a big community that is always there for you. And we really like our alumni. We stay with them. Many of them teach at Chenta. Orithro was actually a student at Chenta at some point. So and then he joined, and now he's like a rock star. He's the favorite teacher of everyone. So and he's now going to CMI as well. So that's fantastic. Orithro could have gone to ISI this year, but I think he did not. He just is just going to CMI. Okay. So anyway, Orithro, before you start your comments, I really want to make a request to you. Think about the writing a book on this, because some of the students, your students, are saying that your notes are really good. So you know what I did? I actually went to overleaf.com and started a document for Orithro so that he can start editing it and create a book, because that will help a lot of kids, right? So you should do it. But Orithro, please go ahead with your comments. Tell us about how to prepare and what are your tips for this year's students going forward.
Yeah, so the first thing already everyone pointed out correctly. The only one step everyone should do at the moment is that practice problem. Okay, means uh, that is the only thing I particularly suggest to everyone that to do, because I myself qualified one time. Means I cleared the CMI BSc entrance at the time 2020. Then I cleared the MSc and math entrance this year also. So I particularly think this that only way to get into this institute is basically solving problem. Okay, means you should not means think about what is the shortcut, what should you do and all. Okay, that's the only thing. And yeah, one of the most important thing is that you are doing your relevant work. Means like as I told, the Putnam problems also contain some group theory, linear algebra and all. Now what you do, you started studying group theory and linear algebra. Those are meaningless. You should not do. Though in class I try to cover a bit of vector spaces and all. That's for just fun. That's nothing really serious. But yeah, you should be very selective about the problem. And as a teacher, I basically try to do that thing that I particularly mention, that you should do this and you should not do this. That's the thing. And another thing is that particularly, yeah, if you really get stuck in the problem, then enjoy the journey. Okay, means a particular problem, if you can't solve a problem, okay, fine, you can think for it for next few, means next few hours, or maybe, okay, some problem may take years to solve. Okay, it's, you take it as casual, it's just an enjoyment, yeah, and enjoy the journey. Otherwise what happened, this is very limited number of seat, only your performance won't really matter here. Maybe that day won't go well, you can't do your best, because it happened to lot of, I've seen lot of good students who did not qualify in spite of they have lot of good performance in several competitions. So what I feel, that day, that particular day depends. Actually my parents often say that even Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli can't do century every day, right? They also get out by the zero run. So it may, you are doing good in the mock test, you are doing everything fine, that doesn't even guarantee that you get selected. So if you won't enjoy the journey, what happened, otherwise you get demotivated, frustrated, all those things happen. So please enjoy the actual journey, the joy of doing mathematics, that's it. And the mantra of getting success, or at least to solve mathematics, is that practice, practice, and again practice. There is really nothing. And yeah, thank you everyone for reviewing my notes so well. And yes, I am trying to combining all those notes, specifically the calculus notes, because I feel that student actually get stuck on calculus while they actually do problem, because there are a lot of Olympiad problems and all that can be helpful for ISI CMI. But the level of calculus problem is kind of the higher than the JE level and below the undergraduate level. So it is kind of middle of those. So I'm trying to manage a book or combining my notes under a cover, so that future student get actually benefit of that. Means there will be short theory and then problems, then discussions. Means it will be higher than the normal engineering entrance book, but below the undergraduate level book, so that the higher school student actually understand that thing very well and get the means that will be a bridge between the high school calculus to undergraduate calculus. I'm trying to do that thing, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Aritro, and thank you, Divya, Jyoti, Anant, and Aditrabu for taking out time from your schedule. And it's awesome to see all of you. All the best for your further journey. Okay, take care. Bye.
Sir,
Great talking
thank
to you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.